D-Gens, what's going on, guys? What is up? Let's see what's going on across the market, shall we? How's everybody feeling this evening? I'm feeling good, guys. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling bullish. We had a nice daily close above the 200-day SMA at 2 cents 374. We closed above there. That's what I wanted to see, guys. 3 days in a row. Fantastic. I love to see it. We're already working our way back up. 2 cents 454. Guys, next level of resistance is going to be around 3 cents, believe it or not. Once we break through here, then I think we're going to end up right about here in this little pocket here. That's where I think we're going to end up next. That would be the next level of resistance. So once we break through here, what I'm seeing is we'll break through here, hopefully reject there, maybe ping pong in here before continuing up. So that's kind of what I see happening moving forward, guys. As soon as we can get through here and keep it going. We have our golden cross, which has already played out. It's already crossed. So we are now, we're just playing the waiting game, guys. Our golden cross is in effect. Let's freaking go, baby. And the 30-day SMA is working its way up to the 200-day SMA. So we will have a second golden cross in the next few weeks. Something else to pay attention to, guys. Let's go have a look at Bitcoin. What's going on? What's going on with Bitcoin? I will tell you right now. Boom. So we closed way down here below this little golden pocket here. We closed at around 93,000, which is hilarious because if you go back, I played a receipt this morning, but if you go back over the last like 3 or 4 days, I've been telling you guys that a pullback down to 93 to 94K is likely and is probably is pretty healthy. And sure enough, we pulled back down between 93 and 94, right? Very, very bullish, guys. And now we're working our way back up inside this golden pocket. Let's get back above here, guys. Consolidate. What we're doing right now, again, we're setting a higher low from here. And we want to see these higher lows being set, guys, because we're building levels of support as we work our way upwards, right? Very, very bullish. So we're going to build a nice, strong support level right around here so that we can continue our work chipping away at this massive sell wall at 98,900 or 800, I believe it is. So once we can, we need the bulls to work their way through there, which is coming in time, guys. But building a solid layer of support right below here would be very, very bullish for rejection because we are going to reject off of here a few times. We want to be able to get caught right here. We don't want to have to come all the way back down here again to test this level of support, right? We don't want that to happen. So we got to build a support level right here, right? You may not like doing it right now, but you will be happy that we did it later, right? If we have some sort of collapse later or correction later, being able to get caught on that level is definitely a good thing. Helps you sleep better at night. All right, let's get into some of the news, guys. If you're new here, as always, like and subscribe to the channel. But I get to the live chat the second half of the stream. For now, I get into the news. We'll cover the news. We'll get into the stream. I'll answer all your questions, all your comments. I will acknowledge, so put them into the chat. If you have an altcoin you want me to look at, there's a little tab at the top that says goal, and I do altcoin requests from that tab. So feel free to use that, and I will jump right to your altcoin request. Okay, let's go have a look at the crypto bubbles. See what's going on. Swift up 9.3%. Swift very possibly beginning its melt up phase, guys. Absolutely bullish there. JASMY volume still at 250, 1.19 billion, down 3.8%. Swift's volume picking up 3.53, 34.39 million. Across the broader market, we got a mixed bag. Sandbox ran up very, very bigly over the last couple of days, so it's having a bit of a correction, which is perfectly normal. We're seeing some pump action. See, it's just kind of random, guys. It's just kind of random. Uniswap, Pancake Swap, Optimism, LCX, Arbitrum, Forta, right? Velodrome, AVAX. XRP's having a little pump as well, up 4.2%. You'll love to see that. All right, let's get into, actually, you know what? First, I want to have a look at a couple of the charts. First, I want to look at the charts. Let's look at XCN first, okay? XCN Onyx Coin. So, guys, we had our breakout here. We had our retest, and now we are running, guys. We are running very, very bullish on XCN. We've set a higher low here, which is what we want to see. If you can see, right, we have our low put in, then we have a higher low, another higher low here. We set another higher low here, and it looks very, very similar to Bitcoin's charts. Is Onyx Coin. It's continuing to put in those higher lows and climbing to the upside, guys. I am very bullish on this pattern right now. Going over to Swift's chart, Swift is doing the exact same thing, just in an earlier phase. We have our breakout here on Swift. We may have to, we're still climbing, we're still green. We may have to see a retest of this trend line before we continue to the upside. But for now, things look pretty good. We have our breakout. We've confirmed our breakout. We closed the daily candle outside of here. So now bullish continuation to the upside. Probably tonight or tomorrow, we will see that bullish continuation to the upside. So Swift and Onyx Coin charts are looking very, very healthy. Very good. Love to see it. Okay, what do we got here? Luke says the most bullish Bitcoin interview of all time was just released.
By the time Bitcoin is $1 million, you're looking at an MSTR share price of a minimum of $35,000 a share at today's dilution. This is why I don't believe in that fucking power law, right? And Spaghetti Boy and his bullshit. Because at the end of the day, you got so much capital here, and the only thing that's going to happen is an S-curve adoption here, and you're going to hit a J-curve moment where all of this capital not only has to study it, but has to allocate. And because of the finality of the asset, has to allocate now before their competitors do it. So
a term I heard you coin, British, was the forever cycle. Do you think this underpins the forever cycle? What happens when trillions of dollars a year are flowing into Bitcoin to recapitalize that? We're looking at a $2 quadrillion market for Bitcoin, which is 1,000x on where we are now, price-wise. We could wake up to a 10x overnight once one of these central banks gets serious about this. So,
yeah, what happens when MicroStrategy is a $500 billion company, and it's not going to take that long to do that, and then they go and dilute 100% of that, and the share price doesn't move? This gets scary real quickly, because
the biggest pools I look at, and this is where the corporate bond offering is going to get really interesting, I think, circa 300 trillion bond market that MicroStrategy is going to start harvesting really, really hard. I think
the Sailor himself only, MSTR's purchasing only, puts a floor price of $40,000 for the next year, $80,000 for 2026.
Crazy, guys, crazy. My question is, what's going to happen to MicroStrategy in the bottom of the next bear market? Because in the last bear market, MicroStrategy got very, very close to having them being called on their loans, right? Very close. So what's going to happen in this bear market is the question. All right, we have an altcoin request here. Gabriel, M87. Let me have a look at it here. Let me have a look at M87. Let's see what we got. Let's go to the live chart first. $76 million market cap. 100% of the supply is in circulation. That's good. It's on Ethereum. I'm not seeing an audit. All-time high was 4 days ago. It's only down 20% from there. Wow, it's up 6,600% on the year, 36 on the week. Hopefully, with any luck, we'll have a little bit more of a correction. So from what I'm seeing here so far in terms of the listings, if they get a couple of more, even just smaller centralized exchange listings, you could see a lot of potential liquidity flow into this. Get your L banks, your BitTrues, your Gate.ios, your MEXCs, right? If it can get listed on a handful of those exchanges, you're going to start to see some liquidity come into the project for sure. If we go have a look at the chart, so the tokenomics are good. What's been going on? It's just kind of been consolidating here. Okay. Well, yeah, you have this. You had a little bit of a massive breakdown here. I don't know what happened here, but it V-shape recovered very, very nicely. And it's holding this. It seems to be wanting to respect this right here, right? This trend line here. It seems to want to respect it. It dipped down below it, but immediately recovered. A lot of buying pressure right down there for sure. You know, you have, where's my tools? You do have kind of a bullish structure happening here, right? You have your symmetrical triangle, or not your symmetrical triangle here. You have your triangle here, guys. It's looking pretty good. Things are getting kind of tight inside of here. I think you probably will see a break to the upside on this, to be honest with you, unless something catastrophic happens. It feels like this is the bottom. It feels like it's kind of bottomed out here. It's respecting this trend line right here. But the thing is, you only have, well, I guess you have 3 touches if you go up here, right? You have your 3 touches, right? So, I mean, you've got right here, touch 1, touch 2, touch 3. So you could see a break to the upside on this. Probably you'd want to go like this. If it broke out from here, I mean, probably somewhere around here. 4096, 4095, somewhere around there it's possible where it would break out to. Yeah, it looks like it's bottomed anyway. Looks like it's a decent little pickup right now, obviously. Not financial advice, but if you wanted to dollar cost average into it, it wouldn't be a bad time to do so, my friend. So yeah, I dig it. I like the tokenomics on it. It just, I mean, it just needs a couple of a couple of centralized listings, exchange listings to, you know, to kind of get a little bit more liquidity into the project. But having such limited listings and having a $76 million market cap is actually kind of impressive, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I dig it. I dig it, Gabriel. I dig it, brother. Guys, if you want your altcoin to be looked at, just same thing as Gabriel there. Just check the tab that says goal at the top. Check it out, and I will pull up your altcoin as well. So yes, what do we have? XCN and Swift, like I said, charts look good. We have an Onyx coin. Onyx coin update here. So Onyx Core uses the UTXO unspent transaction outputs model, ensuring each transaction is uniquely linked, double spending is prevented, and all transactions follow an immutable order, making it secure, efficient, and scalable. Waiting for Onyx Core to be released, guys. Wes and I, if you love Onyx Coin XCM, Wes is an Onyx Coin ambassador. We do a live stream, an Onyx Coin live stream every Sunday at 8 p.m. Central. Make sure you guys are here for that. We're waiting on Onyx Core to be released. We will give a full breakdown on our thoughts on Onyx Core as soon as it gets released. It is right around the corner, guys. So be patient. It's coming. That's what she said. Today, Donald Pump holds $7.1 million in crypto. And people say, oh, what if he's not pro crypto? Yeah, dude holds over $7 million in crypto, man. Okay. I'm pretty sure he's fairly bullish on crypto. Peter Schiff, you got to see this, guys. This is hilarious. He tweets out, you don't store value by holding Bitcoin. Unlike gold, he's a gold bug, by the way. Bitcoin has no actual value to store. Holding Bitcoin is a bet that the price of Bitcoin will continue to rise. As FOMO ensues, that more people will buy and have faith in Bitcoin in the future, blah, blah, blah. So check it out. Response from Benjamin Cowan. Boom. Gold is down so much against Bitcoin over the last 14 years that TradingView just rounds it to 100% down. Tries to talk smack about Bitcoin, little gold bug, and Benjamin Cowan comes in and just destroys him. Bitcoin against gold down over 100%, and that's because they just stopped keeping track of it after that. It's actually down way lower than that. Very, very hilarious by Benjamin Cowan. I love it. XRP holders, David and Alafato from the he's from the Federal Reserve. Quote, the Fed could delegate settlement to a third party like Ripple. Check it out.
That is, people say, how can you trust the Fed to do the bookkeeping? I mean, like I said, my response is, you don't expect the Fed to kind of steal your money. I mean, if the Fed can print all the money at once, it's not going to mess around with your bookkeeping. So, we have this big spreadsheet, the blockchain if you want, but it's just managed by the Fed, and it's very cheap, much cheaper than Bitcoin, if you're willing to delegate the responsibility to a third party. But then the downsides to all of that, of course, is you'd actually suppose you didn't want the Fed to be responsible for processing the payments. I mean, suppose, the Fed will likely impose some KYC restrictions on some purchases. They might not process some purchases that you might want to undertake. And so it was at that point that I said, well, we could, if we wanted to, extend the concept one step further. I'm not saying that this is ever going to happen, but just conceptually, you could imagine not FedWire for all, but kind of like a Fed coin, where what the Fed would do is actually just issue these, Bitcoin-like objects, but and they would enforce a par exchange rate with the U.S. dollar. That would eliminate the exchange rate volatility. But they could delegate the clearing of these payments to some third party, some sort of Ripple-like protocol, or possibly even Bitcoin. I mean, we could delegate the responsibility of processing these electronic, Fedcoin payments to the miners. And the idea there would be,
yeah, get it out of the government's hands. That's all that really matters to me, man, because they cannot be trusted, man. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse tipped as Trump's new crypto Czar. Former Ripple director Sean McBride has fueled speculation about Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse is potentially being tapped for a crypto-focused role in Donald Trump's White House. The position, rumored to be the first of its kind, would signify the administration's increasing interest in regulating and fostering innovation in the crypto industry. McBride shared his insights on X, formerly Twitter, responding to a question about the potential appointment. There is a real and growing possibility Brad Garlinghouse will be chosen as Trump's new crypto Czar, the ex-Ripple executive wrote. The statement has sparked widespread discussion with the XRP community. When questioned about the implications of such a move for Ripple, McBride confirmed that Garlinghouse would likely step down as CEO to take on the role. Yes, and I have a good idea who would take his place, he replied, hinting at possible succession plans within Ripple. What else do we got? 1 second here. Quote, I think the timing works for Brad and Ripple given some of the other things happening publicly and behind the scenes. Things winding down finally with the lawsuit, potentially gearing up for an IPO, potentially M&A, launching new products, etc. The same could be said for staying. We will see what happens, McBride elaborated. Another user questioned whether Christopher Giancarlo, a former Commodities Future Trading Commission chairman, might be more likely candidate for the role. McBride acknowledged the possibility, stating, could be, he's on the list, and made it clear he doesn't want the SEC role. The reference to the SEC role highlights ongoing chatter about the leadership changes within the agency. SEC Chair Gary Gensler recently announced he would be stepping down as the chair on January 20th, coinciding with Trump's return to the White House. The appointment of a crypto Czar would make a significant milestone for the industry, underscoring the government's intent to engage with blockchain technology and digital assets at a higher level. Moreover, Giancarlo and Garlinghouse, both vocal advocates for regulatory clarity in the crypto space, would bring extensive experience to such a role. Very, very interesting, guys. No matter what, who's selected, it's going to be very, very bullish. Just a reminder, guys, that JASMY started trading live on Kraken Pro today. Okay, another tier 1 listing for JASMY. You love to see that, guys. You love to see it. Just in, Tron founder Justin Sun has invested $30 million in President-elect Donald Trump's crypto project, making him the largest investor. Justin Sun trying to buy favor with the incoming administration. You're still shady, buddy. You're still shady. The Biden-Harris administration drove digital assets out of the United States. President Trump will welcome the industry home with open arms.
Well, I'm delighted to see people have taken the time to understand more about this asset. I'm delighted to see it become part of the U.S. economy, and I'm thrilled that President Trump identified it as something that we should have the beachhead for in the United States, because thus far, under the current administration, efforts to regulate it through enforcement actions, through penalties and lawsuits, has driven this industry into the arms of other countries, including the European Union. We want to bring them back and have this industry be strong, robust, innovative, and very, very located.
Coming back to the United States, baby. Let's frickin' go. Check out this powerhouse team, guys, that's brewing. Boom. D-Rec Alliance, Algorand Foundation, Cardonzo, Hashgraph, HBAR, Ripple, XRP Labs. What else do we got? Anything else? The Building Blocks, Casper Association, Constellation. That's DAG, right? Rose Oasis, the HBAR Foundation, Hashpack. Guys, huge alliance going on here. The Dino Alliance taking over the space. You absolutely love to see that. All right, what do we got here? Check this out. More bullish news for Bitcoin. Rumble to spend up to $20 million in Bitcoin in new treasury strategy. YouTube alternative Rumble has become the latest company to confirm plans to add Bitcoin to its balance sheet. Just days after the CEO teased the idea on social media, in a November 25th statement, the video sharing platform said its board of directors approved a strategy allocating a portion of the company's excess cash reserves to Bitcoin at the discretion of the company of up to $20 million. According to Rumble, any purchases will also be determined by management in its discretion and will depend on several factors such as the market conditions and price of Bitcoin. We believe that the world is still in the early stages of its adoption of Bitcoin. which has recently accelerated with the election of a crypto-friendly U.S. presidential administration and increased institutional adoption, said Rumble Chairman CEO Chris Pavlovski. Quote, unlike any government-issued currency, Bitcoin is not subject to dilution through endless money printing, enabling it to be a value inflation hedge and an excellent addition to our treasury, he added. Rumble said the allocation strategy could be suspended, discontinued, or modified at any time for any reason. Another company putting Bitcoin on their balance sheets after talking with none other than Michael Saylor. What else is going on in the wild world of crypto? Nate Burnell says, hope is the most beautiful, motivating force, and Bitcoin brings out hope.
I actually used to be an adjunct professor at USC for a year, so I had many Gen Zers as students, and I agree. I think they're full of energy and optimism because they want to shake up the old system. In many ways, it really has left them behind and forced them to go into debt, and I think they want to build a future that's more inclusive and empowering. And you know what that reminds me of, Charles? Bitcoin, of course. I think both stand for many of the same values. And I actually did a whole episode on Gen Z and Bitcoin on my podcast with an inspiring young woman named Ella Huff. She's a senior at Cornell. And from what I've seen, I think Gen Z is going to rewrite the playbook on success. They're going to help take Bitcoin mainstream. And I think they will reshape the financial world for the better. And we all stand to benefit from that.
So Bitcoin, we came within shadow of 100,000, getting a little consolidation. There's some folks out there saying, hey, maybe there'll be a 20% pullback because some folks got too over leveraged. On the other hand, though, that's short term. Long term, Michael Saylor's out there saying, hey, 13 million is your target for Bitcoin. How do folks navigate the two?
Well, that's his base case, Charles. His bull case is 49 million in today's dollars. And for those who think that's outlandish, I mean, well, what is the total addressable market for perfect money or perfect capital? And what percentage do you think that Bitcoin could actually capture of global assets? I mean, I would say that 200 trillion is actually very reasonable over the coming decades. But honestly, I mean, people talk about price. Charles, the money is great, but the mission is even greater. I don't know anyone who bought shares of Apple or Nvidia or even some beautiful beachfront property and said, wow, I feel like I have a sense of purpose now. But I know thousands of people who feel that way after buying just a small amount of Bitcoin. They feel empowered. They want to help others. They want to give back. And they feel a sense of purpose. And I tweeted about this today. So shout out to Max Kaiser. But that's what this is about. It's about something bigger than ourselves. Hope is the most powerful motivating force. And Bitcoin brings out the hope. It brings out the best in us. So yeah, the money's great, but this is about building a better future for every generation, and that's worth more than any price target.
Hey, 20 seconds. The Trump administration's got a lot of things they want to do. What's the first thing you'd like to see them get through for Bitcoin?
The U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. Let's get ahead of all the other countries, and let's get Bitcoin to 1 million.
Yup, I agree. Let's get Bitcoin to 1 million. I dig it, man. I dig it. All right, what else do we got? So people wondering about the pullback today, guys. Traders saw $553 million in crypto liquidations as Bitcoin dropped to 92K. Traders have witnessed a massive $500 million amount of crypto liquidations in a day after Bitcoin dropped to its lowest price in the past week. According to Glassnode data on November 25th, crypto traders have seen massive liquidations of about $553 million in the past day of trading. Traders with long positions have liquidated $413 million as Bitcoin's price dropped to 92K, decreasing almost 5% in a day. The long positions in the last 12 hours and 4 hours have seen major crypto liquidations with 344 million and 140 million respectively. The short positions in the past day who raised into triple digits 138 million. BTC and Ethereum are the most significant contributors to crypto liquidations. At the time of writing, Bitcoin recorded 24 24 in both positions, while Ethereum recorded 11 in the long positions and 3 million in the shorts. Around 169,879 crypto traders have liquidated in the past day. Oof, marron. And traders from the Binance exchange are the most significant number of liquidations, with 4.67 million in BTC USDT pairs. The crypto market capitalization also dropped almost 3% to 3.23 trillion, and the trading volume is around 240 billion. Small market capitalization of altcoins have seen a significant impact due to the crypto liquidations. Around 100 million have been lost in the market. A total of 494 million was liquidated. This market-wide correction is considered normal conditions after the Bitcoin rally in the past month. Based on CoinMarketCap data today, Bitcoin still dominates the market with a 57.4%, and the Crypto Fear and Greed Index showed 82 points, which indicates the market is still highly greedy right now. The wave momentum also potentially triggered further bullish as macroeconomy conditions, specifically in the United States, as promising the future of crypto, or the crypto future. See what I did there? It will also bring a positive sentiment towards the market after Bitcoin's dominance dropped and impact the altcoin rallies. So, guys, this is why I don't mess with leverage. That people always ask me, should I long? Should I short? What should I do? Guys, I do a little bit of trading. I have a channel sponsor that I use to do my trading, but you have never heard me shill to you guys to use leverage trading on any exchange whatsoever. If you don't know what you're doing, I do not recommend using leverage trading. I know that it can be tempting because you want to make money fast, but the risk is too high for inexperienced traders. I've got 12 words. You can't take my money. That's the beauty of this system. Check it out.
What the fuck? I mean, that was our government doing that. And, why did that happen? Well, the guys making the B-52s and the bombs, they made a lot of money. Right? I mean, and it's just sick. And, we got to fix it. These people cannot fail fast enough. And, therefore the podcast, therefore the book, therefore the movement, all of it. I mean, I'm fed up. And, to me, it's a mission. It's absolutely a mission to spread the word and, get people pissed off so that, we're marching on the Eccles building down in DC, to end the goddamn Federal Reserve. I mean, it's beyond the pale. And by the way, these people know that what they're doing is wrong. They absolutely know it. They know that what they're doing is wrong, but they can get away with it because nobody's calling them on it. That's the beauty of the internet, right? And that's the beauty of books, and that's the beauty of passing knowledge around. All we got to do, we outnumber them enormously. The 1%, they're literally 1%. The other 99%, we got in terms of numbers, we got them beat, hands down. Now they got their hands on all the levers of control. But we're taking that away too, because, they say, well, we can tax you, we can grab your Bitcoin, we can do that. Oh yeah, Molan Labey, you motherfuckers. I've got 12 words. You can't take my money. Seriously, it's like, that's the beauty of this system. We finally got a weapon that allows us to actually destroy their system. And by the way, it needs to be destroyed. It really does. So you wanted to rant. It's like, wind me up, man. You got me going.
There we go. Well, no, and you can keep winding it. Absolutely.
No, I better back it off, or I'm going to see some 3-letter agencies at my door.
We're all on lists already. Let's be honest. That's the fact.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. All right, what else do we got here? SEC Gary Gensler tweets out, the SEC announces enforcement results for the fiscal year 2024. Gary's bragging. John Deaton says How about you release all the correspondence and notes related to your private meetings with Madoff and the Madoff of crypto, Sam Bankman-Fried, and FTX? Why were you meeting with the CEO of an offshore exchange while denying American CEOs like Brian Armstrong and Jess Powell meetings? Did the $10 million that Sam Bankman-Fried gave the administration in order to gain access to regulators have anything to do with it? Was that your price, $10 million? So here's the interesting thing, guys, is that Gary Gensler, Congress, has been trying to get the correspondence between FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, and the SEC for a year and a half now. And Gary Gensler refuses to hand it over. In fact, we heard Patrick McHenry threaten to subpoena Gary Gensler for not turning over these documents. He won't do it, right? He's had multiple FOIA requests, and courts tell him to hand them over, and he's not handing over these documents. So what happens, guys, when a new chair of the SEC comes in and hands those documents over to Congress? Is there something in there that's going to have Gary Gensler put in prison for what he's been doing? Very interesting. You would have to ask that question, because at the end of the day, why would Gary Gensler refuse the court orders to turn over these documents, refuse Congress under threat of subpoena to hand over these documents, unless there was something in there that was going to throw his ass in prison, right? So it will be very interesting to see. I don't think that this Gary Gensler story has come to an end with his resignation. I think you're going to see documents handed over with a new chair of the SEC gladly handing over incriminating evidence against Gary Gensler to Congress. And I think that you're going to see Gary arrested for what he's been doing. It's going to be very interesting to find out. I think he was accepting bribes from Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, but it'll be interesting to see how that fallout happens. So, all right, what do we got here from Simply Bitcoin? Check it out, guys. 2018 through 2020, Bitcoin is dead. Bitcoin is dead. Bitcoin is dead. 2021, you just got lucky. 2022, 2023, 2024, Bitcoin's dead. Bitcoin's dead. Bitcoin's dead. 2025, you just got lucky. That's how it plays out, guys. That's exactly how it plays out. You weren't smart. It wasn't because you were smart. It wasn't because you were diligent. It wasn't because you had a plan. It's because you got lucky, right? You got lucky, guys. Come on, right? Don't be proud of yourself for all your hard work. You just got lucky. Michael Vandepop, this is the first time I'm incredibly bullish on Web3 ecosystems in 7 years. Finally, recognition is coming in for the Bitcoin through the ETFs and governments. Many Web2 founders are building actual tech. The coming few years will be significantly rewarding for everyone. I agree. I often do agree with Michael Vandepop. Absolutely. All right, guys, check this out. If you don't understand Bitcoin, watch this from Bitcoin Today.
Second guest is the senior economist in the world.
An economist.
Can't play it. It's got music. Sorry about your luck, Chuck. I build you up just to let you down, baby. That's what I do. Bitcoin nears 100K, history repeating, or new chapter in crypto. Defying skeptics, Bitcoin has nearly reached the once unimaginable 100K milestone after trading at 309 in 2009. Just a few years ago, only the most optimistic in the industry could have envisioned Bitcoin nearing $100,000. So just keep that in mind, guys. When you hear someone say a price of a project can't go anywhere, look at this. Look at the price of Bitcoin in 2009. 309 was the price of Bitcoin in 2009. 309. Now we are on the brink of an $100,000 Bitcoin. Suck it. But now that vision remains within striking distance despite the pullback from above $99,000 last week. Let's examine past Bitcoin all-time high, cycles and how the current stage compares in its growth trajectory. Understanding the pattern behind Bitcoin's all-time high behavior is key to predicting whether history might repeat itself. The real question is, will it repeat, or are we at a unique moment akin to futurist Ray Kurzweil's vision of AI surpassing human intelligence? What if Bitcoin, like AI in that scenario, has entered uncharted territory, challenging us to imagine a future beyond our current understanding? Bitcoin's price history has been defined by sharp rises to new all-time highs, followed by significant corrections. Here's an overview of notable all-time highs and their aftermaths. Let's start in 2013, when the king of crypto hit $266 in April, only to fall by about 75% to around $65 within a matter of weeks. Later that year, it skyrocketed to $1,150 in December before entering a prolonged bear market, dropping by about 85% to $170 by January. 2015 market speculation, regulatory uncertainty, and collapse of Mt. Gox were said to have driven that kind of price action. Continuing along the road of peaks and troughs, in December of 2017, Bitcoin reached an astonishing all-time high of $20,000, fueled by a frenzy of retail investment and the booming popularity of initial coin offerings. However, this was followed by a sharp correction with Bitcoin plummeting by 84% by December of 2018. Like a house of cards, the ICO bubble came crashing down as projects' unrealistic promises went unfulfilled, leaving investors down in the dumps, pumped by hype only to be dumped as schemes unraveled. While pump and dump schemes played a significant role, they were only part of the problem. What initially appeared to be a rapidly expanding market quickly turned unhealthy as the SEC declared many ICOs to be unregistered securities, leaving even standout ventures struggling to stay afloat. Combined with the market oversaturation and investor fatigue, these factors collectively led to the collapse of the once booming ICO market. This correction not only wiped out billions of dollars in value, but also dragged Bitcoin's price to levels unseen since the previous cycle, leaving it at $3,200 by the end of 2018. That kind of market exhaustion followed the rapid growth contributed to the prolonged bear market, later labeled as the crypto winter, which lasted until mid-2020 when Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies began their next significant rally. However, despite the severity of the downturn, it appeared to be a blessing in disguise as the bear market encouraged serious prospects to focus on building and redefining blockchain technology. During that period, the groundwork was laid for innovations like decentralized finance and non-fungible tokens, which would emerge in later cycles. In 2021, Bitcoin's experienced a roller coaster of highs and lows, marked by two significant all-time highs and sharp corrections in April. Bitcoin reached an all-time high of $64,000, backed by growing institutional adoption and excitement around the crypto market. However, by July, it had plummeted 50% to $30,000, driven by profit taking and concerns over regulatory crackdowns. The market rebounded later that year, hitting another all-time high of $69,000 in November, but this was short-lived. A prolonged bear market followed, with Bitcoin declining 77% to $15,500 by November of 2022. As we can see, external shock consistently play a role in puncturing Bitcoin's speculative bubble. The 2021-2022 crash was a perfect storm of rising interest rates combined with speculator crypto industry collapses, spectacular, such as those of Terra, Luna, and FTX. It was a repeat of history once more. with the post-2022 bear market focusing on regulatory clarity, layer 2 solutions, and institutional-grade infrastructure, preparing the industry for the current growth phase. Bitcoin's growth cycle progressively lengthened, with durations increasing from 334 days in 2013 to 1,065 days in 2017 and 610 days in 2021. Similarly, correction period showed consistency at around 1 year for recent cycles, reflecting a trend towards longer and more stable market phases as the cryptocurrency market matures. Though corrections remained steep, the magnitude of swings was decreasing as institutional players started to stabilize the market. So what are we witnessing now? Once dismissed as a scam, a fad, or something Wall Street would never touch, Bitcoin is now proving its critics wrong. There is a clear shift in the Bitcoin narrative from being a speculative asset to becoming digital gold or a long-term store of value. In November of 2024 alone, and the month isn't even over yet, spot Bitcoin ETFs have already attracted an astonishing 30.814 billion in cumulative net inflows from BlackRock, Fidelity, Valkyrie, VanEck, Invesco, Bitwise, Franklin Templeton, WisdomTree, and ARK Invest. These ETFs have demonstrated significant daily activity, with BlackRock leading the pack, accumulating 31.333 billion over the last month, followed by Fidelity with 11.538 billion and Bitwise at 2.432 billion. Their presence has greatly reduced the volatility and contributed to market stability. Additionally, public companies are increasingly incorporating Bitcoin into their corporate treasuries. Collectively, public companies, primarily US-based corporations, now hold 361,991 BTC, which represents 1.83% of Bitcoin's total supply, valued at approximately $34.76 billion, according to CoinGecko data. MicroStrategy remains the clear leader, holding an impressive 252,220 Bitcoin, accounting for over 70% of the total Bitcoin owned by public companies and representing 1.201% of Bitcoin's total supply. Following MicroStrategy, Marathon Digital Holdings ranks second with 26,842 Bitcoin, while Galaxy Digital Holdings holds 15,449 Bitcoin in third place. Tesla remains a significant player in fourth position with 11,509 Bitcoin. According to the Sangam Futures Finance 2024 survey, institutional investors are increasingly viewing digital assets as a critical component to their portfolios, with 57% planning further allocations and 81% seeking better information to guide their strategies. The Glassnode report emphasizes an institutional capital inflow, particularly through U.S. spot ETFs, are reshaping the Bitcoin market by stabilizing price movements and absorbing sell pressure. Over the past 30 days, ETFs absorbed 128,000 Bitcoin, accounting for 93% of the 137 Bitcoin sold by long-term holders during this period. Weekly inflows into Bitcoin ETFs have surged to 1 to 2 billion, playing a pivotal role in maintaining liquidity and supporting the rally to 93,200. However, long-term holders control 14 million BTC, their evaluated profit-taking activity poses a challenge to institutional demand, which will be critical in determining whether the current rally can sustain its momentum. Based on Bitcoin's open data, the open interest reflects a strong focus on high strike prices, with significant activity concentrated at the $100,000 and $120,000 levels. At the $100,000 strike price, and open interest shows 20.60K will call options compared to 1.53K put options, indicating a strong bullish sentiment. The calls market value stands at 159.45 million, significantly outweighed the puts market value of 13.43 million, with a total national value of 2.12 billion. Similarly, the 120,000 strike shows 18.31K call options versus 764.5 put options, with a total national value of 1.83 billion and calls market value at 115.29 million. The overwhelming prevalence of calls at these high strike price continues to reflect strong market optimism in Bitcoin's ability to reach or exceed these levels. In closing thoughts, Bitcoin's journey towards the $100,000 mark showcases a remarkable evolution, blending historical patterns with unprecedented levels of institutional adoption and market maturity. The impressive milestone reached such as 30.814 billion in inflows into Bitcoin ETFs this November, the significant accumulation of 361,991 Bitcoin by public companies, and the 2.12 billion in open interest at $100,000 strike price highlights a market evolving beyond speculation into a credible asset class. Whether Bitcoin's rally is fueled by repeating history or creating it anew, one thing is certain: the road to $100,000 is no longer a question of if, but when. The real question is what extent the world can go in embracing it as it continues to challenge the foundations of traditional systems. It's coming, guys. It's coming. I hope you can feel it in the air tonight. Michael Vandepop, speaking of Bitcoin, this is a massive difference from previous cycles. The amount of Bitcoin on exchanges has substantially decreased and keeps decreasing. A supply shock is imminent, with a big amount of liquidity being added. This cycle will go way higher than we all expect. I certainly hope so, Michael. I certainly hope so. CMBC guest casually says it is not too in the not too distant future, we're going to be thinking about a $1 million Bitcoin price.
So first I got to start with this moment, the news of the day. And Michael, I'll start with you on this. The fact that we've seen this torrid run in Bitcoin right now. I guess just what is propelling this, especially as you have Gensler stepping down as SEC chair, you have options trading and Bitcoin ETFs, and the likes of MicroStrategy going to the market to snap up everything they can in terms of supply.
Look, there's so many things happening at the same time. Obviously, the election was a big catalyst here, and the markets have spoken, and you can see that that's been very positive for the market. You know, we were watching on the way over here, right? Bitcoin ticking. We said, is it going to be 100,000 right now? And we remember the celebrations we had when it was at 1,000 and at 10,000. And now here we are about to be at 100,000. And I think at some point, not too far in the distant future, we're going to be thinking about $1 million Bitcoin price. And really, it's just a confluence of everything happening all at once.
And that, my friends, is where I will be selling my Bitcoin, right around $1 million. You heard that right. Max Kaiser says the only job the Treasury Secretary has is to get out of the way of Bitcoin. Bye-bye, Janet Yellen. Go follow Gary Gensler to work at McDonald's. We'll see you later. Bitcoin Archive. Bitcoin's correction happened at the end of November in 2020 at the psychological level of the previous all-time high. Then it rocketed. Now we're correcting at $100,000 level, also a psychological significant price level. No big deal. So as you see right here, guys, is what he's talking about. Right here, we had the correction, and then we went freaking crazy. Here we are having the correction. Are we about to go freaking bananas? I hope so. I hope so. All right, guys, let's go back over to the charts. Let's get into the chat, see what everybody's talking about. Let me just scroll up to the top here, guys. Funky says, let's grow. Nacho, what's up, Jasmy family? We on Kraken Pro now, baby. Absolutely. Can't stop, won't stop. Guys, please do me a favor. Make sure that you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. It means everything. It really does help us grow. We're getting close to 7K subs. Let's freaking go, baby. Mary, hello. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Matt is in the house. Jasmy's unstoppable. All right. Jovan, sup, gang? Getting closer? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hey. Gabriel, what's up, man? Hope everyone's having a great night. I have a question in regards to farming with XCN. I tried to withdraw some wrapped ETH LP, but had problems trying to recover it. Thanks for your time. I'm not doing any farming over on the protocol, Gabriel, but what I will tell you is this. I would save your question. I don't know if you can wait or not, but on Sunday, as you know, Wes, he's an Onyx Coin ambassador. He will be here on the channel just like he is every Sunday, and he will likely answer your question for you. I will make sure that he does. Make sure your question is there because he has a lot more experience hands-on operating the protocol. So I will make sure he gets around to your question, my friend. Nacho, Rob, what do you think of this pump and fun meme coins like pump and dump? I'm staying away from meme coins right now, man, to be honest with you. They've been running for quite some time, and I just feel like we're starting to get close to them running out of steam. I know that there's been an influx of like scams going on right now too, so I'm just kind of steering clear of them for right now anyway. Yeah, pump fund is a scam. Yeah. Yet new people that are coming into crypto are getting wrecked. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's a vicious site. Yes, people got wrecked last time around too. Exactly. Fed now will use XRP network to funnel all income tax returns. Nice. Gabriel, that M87 looks sexy. Wise Mind, hey man, what's up? Do you think XRP will be the world currency considering its implementation into banks? Nope. I honestly don't think that any crypto project is going to be a world currency. Anything short of a CBDC or a stable coin is it. There's just too many. It has nothing to do with XRP in a negative context. You have so many different communities that all say the same thing. You know, our project is going to be the world reserve currency. No, it's not, right? I was driving today, and a KASPA content creator video came on YouTube while I was driving, and the guy was just going on and on and on about how KASPA is going to overtake Bitcoin and Ethereum because 10 blocks per second and all this stuff. No one, I'm sorry, no one gives a shit about how many blocks per second a layer one processes. They just don't. You have these content creators that are out there talking. Like, I love KASPA. I'm not bashing KASPA. I hold KASPA. It's one of my biggest bags. But at the end of the day, I'll just ask you guys, when you guys are investing in a layer one project, what do you want to know more? What do you care about? What the potential return on investment is? Or do you care how many blocks per second it processes? You don't give a shit how many blocks per second it processes. These people talking about these layer ones, like, oh, it's going to be the world reserve currency, or it's going to overtake Bitcoin because it processes 10 blocks per second. No one cares. We don't operate in a tech and utility driven market right now. We just don't, right? This is a speculative market driven strongly by community. There will come a time when crypto is driven by utility, but it is not this day. Just like Aragon from Lord of the Rings says, right? It is not this day. So no, I don't think any crypto out there at all is going to take over and be any kind of world reserve currency of any kind. I'm not ranting on you, Wise Mind. It reminded me of that video that came on earlier today, and I was just like, this guy's an idiot. Not you, but the guy on the YouTube channel, right? So yes, rant over. Beebs, what's up, Scam? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Venom Rob, you the man. We really appreciate you bringing us updated information on Jasmy and whole crypto industry. Thank you so much. Venom, right in the feels, brother. Right in the feels. I got you. Facts, what's up, brother? This broad is another annoying maxi. Yeah, you know what, man? Honestly, Bitcoin maxis annoy me too. But at the end of the day, every once in a while, they bring up a good point, right? I mean, and at the end of the day as well, as altcoin enthusiasts, we need Bitcoin to go as high as possible. As long as the prices of altcoins are correlated to Bitcoin, we need to cheer for Bitcoin's success. Some maxis are more tolerable than others. I will give you that. So yes, I agree. I couldn't agree more, Jovan. You should scoop some up. Facts. Not sure who's more annoying, her or that clown Pompliano. Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Nacho says, yeah, that's good. Always buy the dip. Rob, man, has taught me well. Nice. Is it too late to buy some XRP? I mean, all I will say is this. XRP's recently pumped up, 150%? What's the price of it right now? I like XRP, don't get me wrong. I held XRP for like 7 years. In saying that, though, the price of XRP right now, what is it, like $1.40, I want to say? Where the hell is it? $1.40, something like that? Oh, here it is. Yeah, $1.45. I mean, if you were going to stock up on XRP, you probably should have done it around when it was around 30, 40, 50 cents. Now I'm like, probably there's better projects for ROI, in my opinion, at this point. So yes, what else do we got? Facts. As long as you put a tight stop loss on leverage trading is pretty easy. Anyone leveraging. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you, Facts. The problem is that most people who don't have experience using leverage trading, they don't understand putting in stop losses and stuff. You have these channels that shill leverage trading, but they never teach their followers how to be safe, right? How to set stop losses and stuff like that. So they end up getting completely wrecked. Fungi, XRP should be $5 or more by April time frame, most likely. Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. XRP will also reach trillions of dollars in market cap in the future, if that helps. I stay away from leverage. I'm too impulsive. That's fair. I like your honesty. Rock, how people did Deaton lose to Warren? I know, man. I know. But he was an underdog, and I will say this. You know, the way I look at Deaton fighting Elizabeth Warren is like that scene in Batman where Batman looks at Superman and says, "Do you bleed?" You know? DCA XRP is really all you have to do. Funky says, I try to earn enough to pay myself once a year. Made enough to skip a year, but won't do that again. What else do we got? Pluto Bollock, what's up, man? Rob never stops. Good info as always. Appreciate it. Thanks. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. How do you highlight my name? Like that. Just like that, brother. Yankee Rich. Let's go XYO. Yes, bullish on XYO for sure. I did a video breaking down in great detail what exactly XYO is and what it does. It's been about a year and a half, but the video is still valid. If you want to watch it, it should be in my video library on YouTube. Gabriel, I'm thinking of waiting to the end of this cycle to get some Bitcoin. Seems late now. Yeah, I will be stocking up on Bitcoin, even more Bitcoin in the bottom of the bear market for sure. Gabriel, that's what we're doing over on the Patreon. We are throughout the next bear market. What we're doing is we're going to help our members over on the Patreon become whole coiners in Bitcoin. That's the plan. That will be your foundation for your portfolio going into the next bull run. So definitely get over to the Patreon if you want help with that. Dumb Money's in the house. Hope your night's going well. Pretty good, brother. I know I'm going to see you when I go live over on the Patreon shortly, man. I'm going to be live over there shortly after this stream is over. So I know I'm going to see you there, and I know that your ass is going to be at work again. Facts. That had to be that idiot Crypto Galaxy who's just spewing nonsense after nonsense. Yeah, you nailed it, brother. You nailed it, man. You know, people like that give KASPA a bad name because like we don't want them representing KASPA. KASPA right now is one of my top holdings, and I don't personally want these, you know, morons trying to shill it because, you know, most of their information is not even very good. So, Craig, blocks per blah blah. Yeah, exactly, right. Oh man, the best don't always profit. VHS versus beta, but some may be too young to know this. Not me. I'm with you, Funky. I own the coin card, but XYO users user use is terrible, so don't see how it could be a good play. Just my opinion. I've never actually utilized the technology. So, Death Bank, exciting times. Hold strong. Absolutely, man. All right, guys. So listen up. Do me a favor, guys. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Helps the channel grow, guys. It really, really does mean everything. And I will be live over on the Patreon in about 20 minutes, guys. So get over there. Join us. We're going to have a group Zoom call. It's not like this. It's a Zoom call, so all of you get to talk. You get to participate in the conversation. Get your questions answered over there, guys. We can help you in all kinds of ways. We can help you create your exit strategies, your profit taking. Make sure that you are getting out of this altcoin season alive, because I'm telling you right now, guys, I did a poll earlier yesterday, and 28% of the people who participated in the poll, I asked the question, do you think altcoin season has started? 28% of the people who voted said yes. What does that tell me? That tells me that 28% of people are going to get wrecked and sell too soon because they are actually under the impression that we are in altcoin season right now. So if you have never been to an altcoin season, get over to the Patreon. For the love of God, do not sell your crypto too soon, right? Not financial advice. I'm just warning you. Get over to the Patreon. Get your exit strategy built, guys. I'm out of here. I will see you guys live over on the Patreon in about 15, 20 minutes. Deuces.